Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and anybody that's new, welcome. My name is Debbie, I'm the Crafty Shopper. I'm gonna start out with an Easter craft. We're gonna do a Jenga block flower bed stand, and I'm thinking about making a Jenga block bunny butt to go in it. So we're gonna start off with the glue. I suggest only using wood glue. I never suggest to use hot glue unless you're gluing a piece or two. I'm just going to show you here. They don't seal properly, and then you have little glue hairs that stick out. This is one that has been glued with it. It won't hold over time. Bigger builds is always good to use wood glue. I do use Well Bond. It can be bought at Rona/Lowe's, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and pretty much a lot of the hardware stores do carry it. I know a lot of crafters that use the DT wood glue and they say it works great. My store doesn't carry it, but it's all in the preference of glue. And also, just to make sure, also read the back of the instructions, just to see how long it takes for it to cure. Sometimes it's an hour, and on bigger builds you don't want everything to fall apart, so it's good to sometimes leave it overnight. And my projects are kind of good to do in between projects, just because there's a lot of gluing and drying time. We are going to use the tumbling tower blocks from DT. Here in Canada we can only shop in store. I know I see a lot of posts where people are looking for them. You can order them online from other crafters, I hear. You can get them shipped to your store for free. I've heard you had to order a case, and then some people say you only have to order 3. And sometimes they say that their store is not qualified. I guess certain DT locations are not qualified for free shipping to certain locations. Also, sign up with the dollartree.com website, and they do send newsletter, and every once in a while they do send out 50% off shipping if you prefer to get stuff shipped to your home. I'm going to use the L shape, I call it L shape carpenter ruler. You can find it in the hardware section at Dollar Tree. It's really good for when you are gluing blocks together to keep them nice and straight. I pre-glue most of my builds before I start putting them together, so I just glue them, and then I'll just do another row, and I just keep going around my mat. I do get a lot of questions about where I got my mat. My desk mat is just a mat from IKEA, just a big desk mat, and it's really great. When I do get glue or anything on it, I just use a file or a buffer, and I just buff the glue out or the stains. Now I'm gonna do the counts as we go, and I'll give you the total amount of the blocks used once the stand is done, just because I'm still not exactly sure with the legs yet. So we'll count as we go along, and then I'll give you a total at the end. I'm just going to use this to cover this up here. So you're going to start with one row of 5, another row of 5 glued together, another row of 5 glued together, another row of 5 glued together, and another row of 5. So you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 for the base. I'm going to call this the base. Then you're going to need exactly another 2 pieces like this. So I'm just going to put it here. So we have another one exactly the same. Then you're just going to glue it right to the bottom, not on top, on the outside. I'm going to show you here, like that. And you're going to need a 3rd piece of 5 times 5, the 25, and you're just going to glue it on this side. And then we're going to do the end pieces to make the top part of the flower bed, and you are going to use 5 and another 5, and they're just side by side, and you're going to do it long ways like this, that it should be able just to glue right on here and on the base and up here as well, and glue it just like that. Don't glue it this way because it's not going to fit. And then you're going to need an exact same piece, another 5 and 5, and that's the 10. And you're just gonna glue it like this as well. And then you're gonna leave it for a couple hours or longer if you can overnight, just to make sure. A good 6 hours I find is really good depending on the build. And I think a couple hours will be do good for this. So I'm gonna get this glued together. So the total amount for the flower box is 95 blocks altogether. While I'm still letting it dry, we are gonna move on to the support, the legs. So we're gonna start with the legs. And you're gonna need, each leg is 6 blocks. So you're gonna glue 2 blocks like this, another 2 blocks like that, and 2 blocks like that, and you'll need 4 of those. So then you have 4. And then we're gonna put a support in between 2 of the legs, and you are gonna need 8 blocks for that. So we're gonna do the exact same style we did for the 6, but we're gonna add an extra 2, and we're gonna have 8, and you only need 2 of these supports, just like this, and you're gonna have 2 of those. While the box is gluing, we are gonna do the supports and let them glue, let them dry. And you're gonna take, these are gonna be facing outwards, so when you look at them, so just for an example, I'm not gonna glue them onto the box yet, but you're just gonna put them here just for sizing up. You're gonna take another one where you see this part, not the side, and you're gonna put it, you're gonna glue it right here. You're not gonna glue it to the box. You're gonna glue it right to the line of the bottom block here, and just like that, and do the exact same one with the other side. So you have one for either side of the bottom of the flower box. Now these are not fully dry, but they are movable. It's been about an hour. We're just gonna move them up like that, and I figure while they're drying, we might as well glue the block, the flower bed, I don't know why I want to call it flower box, to the base so it all can dry at the same time, so it's not a long process. I'm thinking it's going to be about here. You can just eye it from the side and make sure that it's even on both sides. And you can just put the Well-Bond glue right on top and let it sit. All right, now it's been a couple hours. While it's still drying, I'm going to paint it. You can pick any color you want. You don't have to paint. I'm gonna do a stain. I'm just gonna use a dark walnut. This little can is from Rona/Lowe's. I'm just gonna show you the measurements so you can know how this is actually almost 9 inches tall. I think it's almost just over 10 inches wide. If you do paint it another color, if you followed on my other videos, that when I use spackle, you could fill it in even in the cracks right there, just to make a smoother finish. So I'm just gonna stain that, and then we're gonna move on to the inside. Now that it's finished drying, we're gonna put some foam in here. Now the little bricks like this come from DT. I just shaved it down just a little bit with a sharp knife just so it fits in there perfectly. And I just added another little piece in there. I'm just gonna go over, so the total amount for this is 135 blocks, 6 on each legs, times 4 is 24 blocks for the legs, and the supports, the 2 supports on the bottom, each support is 8, so that's 16, and the 95 with the box is 135. Now we're just gonna add some floral form. I mentioned earlier we were gonna do a Jenga block bunny butt. I am gonna save it for another build because I have another idea for a build, and I think that one would fit a lot better than this one. We are just gonna use our Dollar Tree famous bunny butt. We're gonna put that in there. I just got some of these ferns. I'm just gonna use 2 ferns, and I'm just gonna stick them right in the back. And you want the foam to be a little bit lower because we are just gonna stick some reindeer moss in the bed of it. And we're just gonna add, I just have these remnants of flowers that I've had. I'm gonna take this one off. In my stash that I didn't use for whatever reason. I guess just using it on other crafts. And you're just gonna stick whatever kind of flowers that you like. I'm just kind of going with the pinks and I think purple. And I'm just gonna stick some of them right in there. And I have another one right here. I'm gonna do a banner, I think. I wanna do a little banner on there. And I don't even remember what these are called, but they're from DT, and I just cut off a couple that I had on there. I didn't want to have too much, and they hang, so I didn't want them to hang too much, and they sit nice on the ferns. Well, not this one. And then I had a couple little pussy willows I'm just gonna stick in there too. Now DT has not DT, sorry. I got these carrots from Dollarama. Now, I know that I saw a post somewhere and someone had the similar carrots, so I'm assuming that DT has them. I got them at Dollarama. Dollarama is another dollar store here in Canada. It's similar to, I guess, Dollar Tree Plus stores because they do carry stuff up to $5 and under. These ones were... I'm just gonna look here, $2, so maybe they're in your plus section, or maybe you do pay $1.25. Here in Canada, our Dollar Tree is $1.50 to $2 per item. We no longer have, it was $1.25 until pandemic, and then they switched it up. I'm gonna stick a couple of these carrots in. I'm just gonna cut them off. It's just I think it's just jute rope basically painted with a bit of sprinkles on it with the foam inside. Just gonna put a couple on each side of the box and the little bunny butt. Once I get that in there, then we're gonna work on to the banner in the front. Now that we have all the flowers in, I did add some crocus. It's just the little flowers from DT that I really just filled it out some more. And I'm just gonna add into the boxes some reindeer moss. Next thing we're gonna do is a banner. Now I just have this square card with, I just wrote, you can buy these if you don't have chalk. It's just the chalk writer. You can get this in the DT craft section. And I'm just gonna hot glue this right on the back. Just wanna do a little banner, little carrot sign. Then I want to put some, add some, I got hot glue all over me. DT ribbon, just going to go with the buffalo plaid. Use those scissors. And I'm just going to cut a bunch of triangles out. That probably wasn't a really good one. And you can just keep going back and forth. Just for like a little banner. I did a bunch already. And just hot gluing them on right along the edges. I think I put too much hot glue on that one. I'm just putting them on a piece of jute rope and just going along the edge. All right, so I finished it off, just 3 on each side. I got like this big piece of rope hanging there. I'm just gonna hang it on the front of the box. Once I am done that, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you the final product and the build, and we'll finish this off. All right guys, so here it is. I think it turned out super cute. Nice full, different colorful, different greenery, carrots with a little bunny butt, and the banner. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Happy crafting. See you soon. Bye.